This is a brief summary of what we're going to cover today. I'm going to tell you what goHACKme is and who it's used for, who would use it. I'm going to show you how to get your ideas connected in 3 easy steps. We'll take a quick look at the starter kit and what we provide in that. I'm going to show you how to realize your connected idea and how you can describe what the capabilities of your idea are and how you tell goHACKme about that, the data streams and the controls that it has and how you would use them to stream data from your device or control your device, and how you can send messages to and from your device. Then I'll show you the quick connect, setup, sign up to get the device onto the cloud. And once your device is connected and you're good to go, you'll be able to take a look through the goHACKme interface and the GUI and take a look at some of the dashboards and panels and triggers and some of the fun things that you can then play with once you've actually got your your idea and your project online. So, what is goHACKme? Well, it's the free IoT cloud for monitoring, control, and messaging to get your things connected and allow them to interact with the real world. As you can see on the right here, we have ACKme provides a number of products, and the starter kit is shown in the bottom left there. We have some other products that are obviously going to follow on from the starter kit, and there's some dashboard icons there. As you can see, I'll show you a little further down the track how all of that stuff works. So goHACKme is a place really to connect with your things from anywhere obviously that has a network connection, using pretty much any device, a phone or a tablet or PC. It provides you with dashboards that you can customize with your own panels and layouts to suit yourself. It provides you with the option to act on real-world events with triggers, and then once a trigger has occurred, to actually take an action to cause another real-world event, and allows you to message between your device and yourself, or even device to device. And the great news is that it works seamlessly with all ACKme products as we roll our product line out to support goHACKme. And that's not all, and I'm going to show you some other cool stuff coming up. So, why did we do this? Why did we make goHACKme? Well, we had a lot of people over the last period of time come to us and say, hey, look, I've got all of these cool things that I'd like to do with the module, but look, it's tough to kind of get the module connected to a cloud service. So how would I do that? And we thought, it would be really useful for people to get started, to be able to take our module, take our platforms, and roll them out to actually get them connected to the other side, because really connectivity is about connecting things together. And if you've only got a Wi-Fi device or a device that just connects to a network and you can't do anything with it on the other side, it's not as useful. So we made goHACKme for electronics enthusiasts, for educators that want to show people what is possible with connectivity. We've made it for hackers that can get in there and hack projects together and play with things and set stuff up for maybe their parents or family members. We've made it for for engineers that like to try out different connectivity products. goHACKme is built on sensors.com technology and APIs, and so if you kind of look at goHACKme and have a play with it and go, hey, this is fantastic, it's maybe a little bit limited, well, there's always sensors.com, which is an OEM, a fantastic OEM cloud solution that allows you to build much more sophisticated products. And again, the kind of 3 key messages are here: you can monitor your stuff on the cloud, you can control your stuff from the cloud, and send messages to and from your device. So the three basic steps here to, at the high level, go and get an ACKme device. ACKme has a store, ACKme, but we have fantastic distribution partners like Element 14 that we work very closely with to distribute our products. And so you can go and grab one of our devices. The starter kit for goHACKme goes on sale starting August, so in just a few weeks' time. So once you have a device, then you need to hook it into your idea. You've no doubt had a great idea. You want to get something connected. So you kind of grab the kit, plug in a couple of wires to whatever it is your idea is, and then you activate the device with goHACKme, and pretty much after that point, it's all good fun. You can see how real-world events, a door opening maybe might cause a trigger, and then an action, turn the light on, the porch light on, perhaps. So that's where the fun stuff kind of comes in after you've hooked it all together. So get an ACKme device. There's an array of devices here that I'm showing. So ACKme makes modules, evaluation boards, and OEM solutions. It's a connected portfolio to kind of quickly get you connected. And the modules that are shown there are for not just for kind of hackers and low volume, but we make these modules for mass production in high volume also. So it's a good way to kind of get a taste of what ACKme offers, and if it suits for you, for your project, great. If it suits for larger projects, well, ACKme is there to follow up and provide the modules and the service provided. So the actual hardware itself runs our Y-Connect software application, which is a very easy to use serial Wi-Fi app, and I'll be showing you some of the commands that you use with Y-Connect a little later on. There's a couple of products on the right here are examples of the solutions that we sell, and the solution at the top there is a four-way relay board that can control up to 240-volt outputs. It also has 4 inputs for monitoring. That board will be included in goHACKme, and a smaller version of that also in the coming months. The board underneath it is a kind of integrated sensor board that has a whole bunch of different sensors that may be useful for a number of projects too. So that's kind of the ACKme portfolio. Now we're building that out into other wireless technologies as well, and that's kind of going to be fun as we bridge all of those together. So right, you've got your device. What do you do then? Well, there's a couple of different ways that you can use it. So if we focus on the left side of the slides here for the moment and think about slave mode. In slave mode, you've got a microprocessor that's, say, I don't know, maybe it's an Arduino, or maybe it's an STM32 Nucleo platform, and you've got something connected up to that you want to control. Maybe it's a light, or maybe a thermistor, or something like that. It's a peripheral that you're talking to, and you want to get that information. Maybe you need to munge it or whatever, but you want to get that onto the cloud. Well, you can use the ACKme device as a slave to your external host, and the slave is a serial interface in that case. So all of the goHACKme APIs are available via that serial interface with just a few very easy to use commands. Again, I'll show you how that works shortly. I've got a demo for both slave mode and follow mode coming up a bit later on. And so, slave mode really is this kind of master-slave operation where the ACKme device is under complete control of the external host MCU, and you've got your application in that host MCU. So contrast that against follow mode. Now, follow mode is a standalone mode. You don't need an external host at all. So you configure the ACKme device, and the interface to that device, the physical interface to the real world, is via some effectively pin headers that are connected to IOs on the module shown on the board there. And so after configuration, and activation, the ACKme device connects to goHACKme and then monitors the GPIO is connected on the header, and it also provides control output out of those GPIOs. And you know, for the starter kit, we have examples of how to connect up that board has a couple of buttons on it and LEDs, and that's some examples to show how those buttons and LEDs can be controlled and monitored via the cloud, and how they can be used to control other ACKme devices, because it's one of the fantastic features that we have in goHACKme is the ability for one ACKme device to control another one. And again, I'm going to demo that a little bit later on. So that's it. It's all connected up, ready to go. Your idea is pulled together. Maybe you've made a doorbell. Somebody walks up to your door, presses a button. goHACKme sees the button press and goes, hey, there's a trigger event, the doorbell's rung, and your trigger action fires, and it turns on the door camera and sends a text message. And so the camera goes on, takes a picture, and you know, you get your text message. So that's it. You know, you've realised that that idea. You've got it online, and it's been very quick and easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do this stuff in a little bit. Right. So let's take a look at how to add the wireless magic stuff to your idea. The starter kit is what we call our macro board. It is well, it will be available. It's available for order now and shipping in August. It has a couple of push buttons. Again, just to show you how out of the box this stuff works and how easy it is. It's got some programmable LEDs. It has a thermistor, and it also has, via the GPIOs, the ability to output a digital analog converter output and some ADC inputs, pulse width modulation, and some extra GPIOs to, you know, digital GPIOs to control things. It also has a serial interface via the USB, or if you prefer, you could plug plug a UART into one of the headers. That's 3.3 volt UART headers in this particular instance. You know, you don't need external power or anything like that. The board is powered completely via a good USB cable, and away it goes. So that's the features of macro, which is the basic starter kit. In this slide, what I would like to do is introduce you to the concepts, and here's where we start to think about how to take this physical thing, you know, the starter kit, and how to kind of cut that up and go, all right, well, how do I get that connected to the cloud? And you know, if you break down what you want to do, there's really, you know, a couple of different things. So you might want to monitor the IOs. So you want to monitor when a button is pressed, or you might want to measure the voltage on a thermistor to get the temperature, or things like that. So we have this concept of a data stream, and so the data that you want to send to the cloud is kind of sample streamed, if you like, from the device to the cloud, and that's a one-way process because you're just taking data and posting it up to goHACKme. So if you contrast streams against controls, really the kind of flow is the other way, because you want to pick up your phone, you want to press a button to you know, open the garage, or you know, turn on a light, or whatever. And so control enables you to turn things on or off, or push them up or down, or whatever, from the cloud to the actual device. So it's really kind of the other way to stream. Now you'll notice on this slide that the control though is bidirectional, and that's kind of necessary because really for control you also want the ability to control things on the device itself. So you know, if you're home, you want to be able to actually turn the light off from the device rather than have to pull your phone out, particularly if you're standing right next to it. So controls are bidirectional, but the key point there is that you can control things from the cloud as well as from the device. So just recapping, streams are for monitoring and taking samples of data from your device and sending it to the cloud, and controls are enabling you to control things from the cloud and sending control commands, if you like, to the actual device. So you can see, again, the kind of the slave mode operation here on the left. The streams and controls are just piped through the serial port via commands, whereas the solo mode on the right, the bottom right there, the samples that are streamed up to the cloud go via the headers, designated by the kind of larger blue and green dots, on this board. So the streams, would say the temperature go via an ADC that's sampling, say, a thermistor, and being sent to the cloud. And for control, the GPIO is being kind of toggled high or low, or a DAC output is being set on the header there and going out to your device. Obviously via, not directly, and you're not going to connect a light bulb up to a 3.3 volt output, but via some, maybe a little bit of signal conditioning or a relay or something like that. So that's the concept of streams and controls. That's quite important, and I'll now explain kind of how that fits in with the larger scheme of things. So let's talk about how you describe what your device can do and tell goHACKme what it can do, and then how it kind of gets set up and activate. So this kind of streams and controls, and you need to be able to tell goHACKme what streams and what controls are actually connected on your device. Now, goHACKme provides 4 streams and 4 controls in the basic account, and they need to be described because one of them might be monitoring whether a door is open or closed. So that's a kind of a binary stream or a Boolean stream, if you like, but maybe it's an ADC, and the range is 0 to 4095, and that would be an integer. What you do is create a capabilities file, and what that object is effectively the description of each of the streams and each of the controls. Plus, it has a little bit of extra information in it about the model name, say, and the title of your device, so that the device will just automatically appear on the cloud, populated with all of this information. And goHACKme just knows what your device can do once this capabilities object is kind of filled out. Now, that all sounds a bit scary. It's really not as bad as it seems, and what we've done to try and make it simpler is provide a number of example capabilities files. In the near future, we'll be creating GUI interfaces to make it easy to kind of just create your own. But to be honest, it's really not that tricky. It's a very robust, simple structure inside JSON. So if you've never played with JSON before, really all you need to do is take one of the example capabilities files that we provide, go and change a few names and maybe the units or maybe the symbol of the particular stream or control, and save it to the file system on the ACKme device. Set that as the capability file to use, and then activate, and then your device will appear with all of your controls and streams the way you want your device set up. But for now, to get you started, in 3 commands, we can kind of get you on the network. You take an example capabilities, which will let you play with the starter kit, and then activate your device, and you're online, and you'll be able to see buttons pressed and the response on the cloud, and vice versa, for being able to control things like LEDs with the basic board. And really, as I'll show you in a moment, really it only takes a minute or less to get online. So yeah, you can easily create custom caps files. It's just text, and just with a little bit of formatting and using JSON. Okay, so here's the steps to get you connected. So really, the first thing, you've got to get the device onto the network. obviously you need to connect to your Wi-Fi network, or it's not on any network at all. So we have the Y-Connect command called network up, and the -S option there causes the device to scan for Wi-Fi networks in range, and then it gives you a list of those networks. You pick an access point from the list, type in your password, bang, it's connected. The next step is to download an example capabilities file, again, just to get you started until you're familiar with building your own. And, you know, that's a very, again, quite a simple command, goHACKme capabilities download, or for slave mode, or download -S for solo mode. And what that does is run the setup script, which is very easily kind of sets your device up to, you know, there's nothing you have to do other than run that command and set all of the GPIOs up to work with goHACKme, so that as soon as you activate your device, it starts running solo mode, and that, you know, you press a button and that button press goes straight to the cloud, or you turn the LED on from the cloud and the LED comes on the board. So the setup out of the box is dead simple with these couple of commands. And obviously after that you need to sign up. Now there's a sign up command for your first device. If you already have an account, then there's an activate call that allows you to just add a new device to your existing account, and I will show you that also. So very simple there, three-step process: connect, set up your device with capabilities, and then sign up or activate. Okay, so let's assume we've been through that whole process. You can now go to goHACKme, and I'd like to point out that it's a secure, completely secure process. I'm not sure whether I pointed that out back here. The actual sign-up process and every transaction between the ACKme device and goHACKme is secured by HTTPS and transport layer security. So it's a completely secure connection between the device and also between your web browser and goHACKme. So you don't have to be concerned about your devices being able to be, the data being able to be seen, because it's a TLS tunnel set up straight between the device and our servers. So you go to goHACKme, you click the login button, and your device will just appear. It will in your account. Now you can see two devices here. They're the two devices that are in my demo coming up. If it's the first time you've signed in, you'd see one device there. It might be the macro board. You click on that, and you will then see things like I'm showing here. And each of these kind of little panels, if you like, are one of the either a stream or a control, which was set up in the capability. So it shows your device and immediately shows the name of the IOs that you've set up and the capabilities of your device right there on in a graphical representation, effectively, of what the capabilities side you provided. So pretty simple stuff. Okay, so that kind of covers getting your device connected and activated. Let's go and have a look at the interface for goHACKme and how you can navigate around the dashboard. And again, it's really quite a simple interface to get around. It's purposely done like this to make it easy for people. And we have this, so if we look on the left here, down in the bottom left, there's a setup or a settings icon. You click that and you kind of open up to what you see on the right. All of the options are different. There's 4 dashboards. You see triggers and devices and your account view. And that lets you kind of go and configure your dashboards and your triggers and things. And we have this kind of setup mode versus lockdown mode, specifically designed so that hackers or kids can set stuff up for family members who aren't maybe so technically minded, and then they kind of click it's like a lock button, and it locks the whole system down so that you know, a inadvertent family member doesn't go and kind of accidentally delete stuff and move it around, so it kind of locks the system down. You know, like I said, there's 4 dashboards you can kind of pick through there, and we'll go and have a look at it. But the view that you're seeing here when you come in is the device view, so it will show you your devices when you first log in or first sign in, and your devices there should, you know, it's going to show you your capabilities and the streams and controls set up for your device. Okay, so if we go up to one of the dashboards, you start with a blank slate. There's nothing there, but here's where you can add panels that provide you with the option to customize your different dashboards for various devices or for scenarios or, you know, different ideas that you've got. So you click the plus in the top corner there, a slider opens out. You click your device. Let's just say it's the, you know, the backhaul device here, and or, you know, you might want to add a heading for your dashboard. At that point, once you've clicked to the macro board, now you get to pick the streams that were specified for that board, or the controls, or if this screen scroll down a little bit, you'd also see messages at the bottom there, which allow you to get a message box to type the message to your device, or to see messages being sent back to the cloud interface. So let's say you clicked on Thermistor, you get another slider that says, okay, do you want to show that as a single value, or do you want to see a chart history, or do you want to see it as a gauge? And so there's different panel type options, and the panel type options are displayed based on what you've clicked. So if you've clicked a Boolean stream, you'll see different panels compared to, say, a floating point number, because in some senses it really doesn't make sense to have a panel for Boolean that applies to a float. So it's kind of selective depending on what capabilities you've set up. So we look at, we finally go, you name your panel once you're done, and click done, and your panel will appear on the dashboard. And again, these are the sorts of panel types that are currently available. We're working on adding lots of different panel types to make the dashboard interesting and provide you with some options to do different things. So there's panels for streams, panels for control, and slider, and a switch for Booleans, and a select, and you can see the select down on the bottom right there, which is an on-off, but selects are typically used where you have multiple options, where you might have, let's say, a thermostat, you have kind of fan auto off, or a light, or a multicolored light, it might be red, green, or blue, or something like that. And there's obviously panel types for messages, so that you can enter a message to a device or receive messages from a device. Okay, so that's kind of the dashboard, and setting your dashboard up. Now the fun stuff happens. I mean, it's great to kind of be able to see and control things, but really the exciting bit comes in when goHACKme sitting there monitoring a button press and something happens, and then it says, okay, well now that button's been pressed, you need to go and set a light on using a different device. So let me explain briefly how triggers work, which are monitoring real-world events, and then how actions will then go and let you take some action and again impact kind of the real world. So you start by adding a trigger. So you pick a device and a stream, maybe the macro board, and maybe it's a button. So you give it a name, and then you say, hey, look, when the button goes to 1, I want the trigger to fire, and click done. Great. So now you have a trigger set up, but it doesn't do anything. So you need to add an action to it. And so once you've got your trigger, you click Add Action. You kind of choose the action. We have 4 actions currently. Again, we're working on a couple of others that we're going to add into the mix here. But right now, you press the button, you get an email. The door opens, you get a text message or whatever. We have a wait option so that you know, the door opens, the light goes on, 2 minutes later the light goes off. So there's webhooks, but I think probably the most interesting action is a control. Now that control lets you control parameters on the device that it's triggering on, but it also allows you to pick another device in your account and control outputs from that device. So one device, a trigger on one device can control an output on another device, and that's kind of fun, real fun. So that kind of covers dashboards, triggers, actions, and that kind of really takes you through the GUIs. I mean, that's it's all good fun, but the demos are where it's really at. But just before I get to the demos, here's some kind of reference information. Our main site is ACKme. The API reference for our Y-Connect software, which is fantastic, is a really fantastic piece of firmware engineering. It's very full featured. It provides TCP, TLS connections, HTTP libraries, and the reference guide is online at yconnect.ack.me, and it supports or will support the goHACKme library once the products are available in the next few weeks. Again, all our documentation and packs are online as well. The goHACKme is at goHACK.me, and as I mentioned earlier, goHACKme is based on and uses the Sensors.com OEM cloud, and Sensors.com is at the Sensors.com domain. So here's the two demos I'm going to show. I'm actually going to start with the demo on the right, which is solo mode. And what that demo does is lets me press a few buttons. You kind of see the cloud react, and you see LEDs go on and off, and it will also I'll get it to interact with the other demo, which is a slave mode demo, and that demo has the Arduino board as the host and the ACKme board as the slave. But turning off the Arduino is a little 8x8 LED from Adafruit, which is kind of a cool little device that scrolls and blinks, and you can kind of do whatever you like with it. So yeah, they're the two demos. So I'll get the solo mode kind of demoed. I'll press a button on that, and I'll get it to do something on the other button to show device-to-device control. So I think that is pretty much it for my slides. So what I'm going to go do is share my desktop, and let's go and have a look at the demos. All right, share monitor 1. Okay. All right, so here is, let me just move this guy out of the road for a moment. There's the macro board there. Let's put this guy back over here so that you get this. So this is a terminal interface to the macro board. So this guy is I'm going to set it up, get it connected, set it up using the GHM capabilities command, and then activate it in the cloud with goHACKme. You'll see how that works. So firstly, we need to go to network up, and we need to go set up the network. Okay, so it's found 3 access points or 3 networks in range. Mine happens to be the top one. And then you get to see my password. So luckily you guys are either in the US or Europe. And now we're associating and connecting to my network. Right, done. Fantastic. So at this point, you're like, great, now I have a connection to the internet, but what I need to actually do something with that. So let's look at what sort of capabilities or example capabilities ACKme provides. And actually, before I do this, let's just make this a little bit larger. Do that again. Oops, it's still in my history. So ACKme provides a couple of different capabilities example capabilities files for the macro board, both shown there. Just by the way, that command actually does an HTTP, it uses the ACKme HTTP interface or library, goes onto the net, pulls down the file directly, and kind of shows the capabilities. It gives me a list of capabilities here. So every board that ACKme makes and that will support goHACKme will have some default capabilities, and that file is called goHACKme capabilities. And to make it easy to get that, we've just provided as a default. So if you want to go download that and then set up the board for solo mode, it's simply download, set up. So now it's going and grabbing it off the net and running a script which goes and sets all of the GPIOs up and the configuration up to connect to goHACKme in solo mode. Right, so the next thing to do, if this was your first time connected, is to go goHACKme, sign up. You don't have an account yet, so you type in sign up, you put in your username and your password. Actually, username would be at email.com or whatever, so effectively your email address. And sign up, and so sign up for an account is direct from the device. You can't actually sign up from the goHACKme website. You need to get an ACKme device and sign up and activate the device in a single go. And once you have an account, then you can activate other devices on the same account. But to get an account in the first place, you need to sign up from the device directly. Now, I happen to have an account, funnily enough, so I'm going to log myself in over here, and there is the 8x8 LED matrix controller device, but I'm going to add my macro board in now. So I will use the activate command, and I would type my username and password, but to avoid everybody else doing the same thing and getting in and potentially having some fun with my demo, I'm going to turn off echo. So I'm going to set that to 0. So now you won't be able to see what I'm typing, but trust me, I'm going to type goHACKme _ activate, and then I'm going to type my account name, and I'm going to type my password, and see if I get this right, and go. Now we should, if I got this right, I should, oh, look at that, now you know what my password is. Well, that wasn't meant to happen, never mind. We're in. And the board just appears. And so there you go. We've now got the board in there. I'm going to come back here to, we don't need terminal anymore because the board is now online. And we can now go and start playing. So assuming the demo gods are going to work for me here, I will go and sketch. You can see a couple of LEDs kind of up here. One of them is partly on, the other one's off. So there's a PWM on one of them. So if I set that to 100, that guy should get really bright, which is great. If I set it to just 10, it should dim. There we go. I can set the other LED on like that. If I stick my finger in here and press a button, then you should see they're actually active low buttons. You should see the button go low like that, which is cool. So it's connected, you're in. So that was really simple. It was 3 commands. Network up, get some example capabilities, and then sign up or activate. So that's it, you're in. Let's go up and add some panels to dashboards. So we click plus, pick macro, pick a button, let's add a chart, done. Right, so maybe you want to roll that out a little bit. I go and press button 1 again, and you should see that. Oh, there we go. Pick that up, and I could also go in here and add a switch. So here's what I was saying, you get different panels depending on what type of device or what type of stream or control. It's actually on at the moment. That will turn it off. I could go and do things like that, actually add an image so that I know what device it is. I could add a heading. There we are. And what I did also wanted to show you here was the messages panel. So I could go here and kind of send a message to the device, and I'm actually going to do that. Why not? Send a message like that. So, hey, mackerel, right? Right, so the message is sent. So now, if I go back to my my terminal here, I can go and goHACKme. Oops. Well, of course, I've set my echo off. Let me fix that. Whoops. System dot. No, of course, that isn't going to work, is it? I'll type it all. Oh, I know why. Yeah. That would help if I had the right one. There we go. Put away. Right. So messages, get list maybe. Oh, pardon me. So one thing here is we talked about TLS and connections like that. So at the moment we're in solo mode, and in solo mode what's happening is the device has a TLS connection open to the cloud, and we only allow a single TLS connection. So what we can do is go and turn off solo mode, and the way you do that is go goHACKme dot solo enabled to 0. We'll save that because it was running a separate process. We're going to go reboot. Right, so we're now not in solo mode anymore. So now if I was to go get, so goHACKme message get, we'll go and associate. Wait for a moment. Here we're connected, start the TLS. Right, now we have a stream handle 0, and we can use the YConnect stream read library to read stream handle 0. We'll read up to 100 bytes, and there it is. There's your message, hey mackerel. So that's pretty cool. And we read all of the data, and so the connection was closed. So that's kind of fun. So that's messaging and how it will work. And again, I'm kind of demoing slave mode here, because now the mackerel is slave mode, and the host is the terminal here that I'm kind of typing into, whereas previously mackerel was managing itself in solo mode. So I think what I'll do now is move away from mackerel, and we'll go and pull in the other demo that I've got set up here. Let's kind of push that off to the side for the moment and grab my other demo, which he's not looking very, very happy right now, because no one's been paying any attention to him. He tends to be a little bit sad when he's left all by himself off to the side. So he's also got sunglasses on, because it's a pretty cool demo. But in actual fact, the LEDs are just a little bit flary, so I need to put some glasses over the top of him there. So I've created a dashboard specifically for this this demo, and firstly, he's got some friends now, so let's make him a little bit happier. There we go. Oh, I've sent message. I can now send messages to him, and the Arduino is effectively running a program that's looking for smileys and or text, and it updates the display accordingly. He's can also be a little indifferent at times, and occasionally he likes. Whoops, pardon me. Occasionally he likes to wink. So that's pretty cool, and we can just go and send some text as well. And scroll that across. Now, I've set up some controls as well to be able to kind of change the rotation of the text. There we go, it's upside down. Maybe we want to make it go left. Just get the flaring off here. Stop coming out. There we go. And if we go back down so that it's down, and there we go. So that's cool. What I'd really like to do though is kind of show triggers. And so here's where you get to see one device triggering another device. So if I whack this back here, it's going to be trickier to see. I'll take that away. And you see the sunglasses hanging off the side there. But, there we go. So now I've got both demos sitting in there. So let's say we wanted to hook up one of the buttons on the macro board so that when you press that button, it changed the rotation of the text on the display, just to demonstrate what happens here. So we go click triggers, and of course we don't have any triggers set up yet. Let's see if I can get rid of that flare off there maybe. Yeah. So go click plus. And so on macro, let's go pick button 2, which is the button actually closest to the LED display, and because it's an active low button, when it's 0, we want it to fire, so click done. Right, so on macro button 2, when it goes to 0, we're going to do something now. What we're going to do here is add an action, set a control on the LED matrix, and what we really want to do is rotate. So we're currently down. Let's rotate, I don't know, to the right, and click done. Okay, so let's just review what's done here. Macro button 2, when that's, oops, I need to make that equal to 0, pardon me. When macro button 2 equals 0, we go to the LED matrix controller and set the text rotation to 0, which is the interpretation of to the left or right or whatever I added. Set reset here to 30 seconds. I could go add another action, which might be a wait, and then set it back. I won't bother with that right now. And we click enabled. And so, assuming the demo gods are kind to us, I'll go over here and press button 2. And I should hopefully see this this firing shortly. Okay, maybe I pressed the wrong button there. Maybe not. All right. Oh, I know what happened. I went in and turned off solo mode, so that obviously is not going to work. Let me go fix that for us. And that'll teach me to improvise demos. Enable to 1. There we go. Save. Reboot. And wait for it to associate. There we go. That kind of shows you that it was not using solo mode anymore, so it wasn't automatically running. So let's go back here again and see that let's go check that it's actually working properly. We should be able to go set the other LED on. There it is. Right, it is back. Fantastic. Go back to our triggers, and this time, again, macro button 2, it should rotate the text here. So let's see what happens. With a bit of luck, this time it will actually fire. There we go, fired. And so the text should change direction. There we go. Look at that, fantastic. So that's a demonstration of one device controlling another device. It also shows how to do messaging and also some triggers. So at this point, I don't have a lot of other things to demo. What I'm going to do is stop sharing my desktop and go back here and go to, I think, open up to questions. Chris?
Yes, thanks very much. We've got a first question from Steve Anderson. He says, can multiple devices communicate with each other to trigger another board based on the events of one device?
Yes, absolutely. So you could set up multiple, so a trigger could then talk to multiple boards. So actually maybe what I should do is go back to my my desktop here and kind of show show that. Just give me a moment while I bring that back up again. So, I have, press button 2 here. There's one action. I can go and add another action, which may be, on macro, go and set LED 1 to on and done. Right now, I'll go and make sure that LED 1 is turned off, and we'll set the text rotation to down like that, and then go back to triggers here like this. So now, if I press the button, we should see, let's pull that across a bit more so you can actually see it. We should see, and I'll turn off this guy to 0 so that it's not kind of impeding the demo there. If I press button 2 now, we should actually see the LED go on and you'll see the text fire. So that's impacted 2 devices. You've now pressed one button and it's turned the LED on the macro board and also changed the text direction on the LCD demo.
Okay, thank you for that. I think we've got a fundamental engineer's question right now. Where can I see the documentation?
All the documentation for this will be online when we start shipping. It's not there yet, but it will start out because the interface is via Y-Connect. It will start out at yconnect.ack.me, and it will. But we will be building out, application examples and a user forum and community on the goHACKme site as well as we get going here. I'm going to put this LED example up there. I need to polish it up, and then we'll get that up there as well, and things like that, so that people can have some fun.
Okay, thank you for that. We're getting close to the top of the hour, so I think we've got time for one more. Question is that can I make my own capability files for boards which I design?
For boards that you design, as long as you have an ACKme module and that module is provisioned with goHACKme, then absolutely, yes.